Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to see that how we can accept the input from the console. So let us start. So if you have to take input, suppose you want to take something in a variable a, then you can simply write like this. A is equal to input. And if you want to print it, you can print it. So let us see a simple example and run this example. So I just want to put something in here that will be retrieved into a. So suppose I'm putting Vikash. So it has taken Vikash in A and then it has printed Vikash. So that is why you can see two Vikas here, right? So by default, the input function takes anything that you enter as a string. Okay, so if you run it again, you run it again through this. So if you run it again and if you write like 100, then you can think that yes, it has taken as an integer, but in fact, it has been taken as a string. Okay. And now let's see if you want to enter something with some message, like if you want to prompt some message to the user that please enter some number or please enter some variable value. So you can put something like this, please enter some value. Okay, so this is how you can do it and you can enter some value here. Here you go. And here you can see that you enter 10 and then you can see the output as 10. Okay, so this is the way you can put some message and ask the values. Okay, now if you want to see something like if you have to convert it into something like if you have to convert it into integer, then you can do something like this int and then a. You need to use the int to convert into int. You need to use float to convert into float. You need to use bool to convert into a boolean variable, boolean value. So that's all we have discussed earlier as well. So that thing you can do. So now let us see if we have to get the sum of two numbers, how we can do that. So enter first number, and then you can print like b is equal to, you can put like here, please second number. Now you can do like int a plus int b, and that's it. So if you run it now, you will be able to see if you put the first number as 10, sorry, I put it here. I need to put it here. So if you put it 10, then you put it 20, then you can see the sum is coming out to be 30. So this is the way you can take the input. You can take a single input by prompting it to the user. Now, if you want to take more than one inputs at the same time, right, then what you will do, using the same input function, we can achieve that. Suppose I want to take two numbers and I want to get their sum, and I just want to get all those numbers in one go, then I can do something like this, a comma b, and then is equal to input, enter the two numbers, and then you can use the function split. Okay, so with the help of the split function, what it does, you have to provide the values on the command line, in the form of like, you need to provide the values on the console, which should be separated by the space. Okay, so A and B I have taken here. Now, if I run it, now let me just convert it into the, sum. So S is equal to int A plus int B. So this is the way I need to do, and then I need to print the sum. Now let us see what happens. Now here you can see it is asking you enter the two numbers, so 10 then space 20. Now you can see it has converted A and B into integers and then it has printed the sum. Okay, so this is the way you can do it. And if you want to do something like this, like if you want to make A and B as integer now, then you can do something like this, int A comma int B. So this way you can also convert it into the, same A and B into integers, and now you can take like A plus B, and now if you print them, print print S, then you can see the output as 30 again. So it will again do the same thing, just provide 20, 30 now, so it should be 50. So this is how you can see this. You can see this, how it is converting and how you can take more than one input variables, one input values from the console. So this is the way you can do that. And we have seen that how we can find out their sum. Okay, so there is one more way to do this, okay, and that is known as the comprehension. So that thing will be discussed detail in later videos. But yes, I just want to show you as an example here how you can do that. Suppose you have to take three numbers and you have to find out the sum of those three numbers, then you can do something like this. ABC is equal to int x for x in input, enter three numbers. Okay, so now I need to use the split here. Okay, so I did this. So what I'm doing here, I'm just converting every x for every x that I am taking it from the input. For every x, I'm converting it into the integer and I'm returning it into the a, b, and c. Okay, so let me show you how you can do. And now let us also do one more thing. Let us see the sum of these numbers. Whatever we will provide, if we can see what is the sum of their numbers, then the concept will be clarified. So now you can print like the sum is like this, and you can put like str s. Okay, because print uses print can only work on the string values, so you need to convert the s, which is the sum of the three integers. You need to convert that into the string. So to convert that into a string, you need to use the str function. Now let us see the output. It is asking for three numbers, so let me put 12, 13, and 14. And what will be the sum? 25 plus 14, 39. Okay, so the sum is 39. So you can see this is also one of the ways to achieve this. This is important, and this helps you a lot to minimize the number of lines in your code. Okay, now let us see if we can get the arbitrary number of inputs using this comprehension format. So let us see that how we can do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ask the user any number of integers they want to enter, and I would like to display the sum of any arbitrary numbers that have been provided by the user on the console. Okay, so I'm going to write like nums is equal to int n for n in input, enter any, enter your numbers. Okay, so I will enter any number of numbers, integers, and then I need to use this one as well as split. So what will happen that inside nums, I will take all the numbers that I am continuously taking from here. Not continuously, basically it will ask you to provide the numbers separated by the space on the console, and all those numbers will be stored in this nums. Okay, so nums, you need to remember this thing, that nums will now act as as an array. It will be working as an array now. Okay, so if you have to iterate the array, you can do something like this. For I in nums, you can simply do something like this. You can take a variable s is equal to 0, and now you can do something like here s plus equal to I. Okay, now after this, what you can do once it has been done, you can do like print s. Okay, now let us see, or you can see, you can do like the sum of the numbers you provided plus str and then s. Okay, now let us see, we will provide 5 to 6 numbers and then we will see what is the output. Okay, so this is up to me amount of, I mean, how many numbers I want to provide. So it's like 1 2, and all those values should be separated with a space, that you need to remember. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You know the sum of first n natural numbers that comes out to be 55. Okay, so you can see this is the sum. The sum of the numbers you provided is 55. Okay, now let us do again the same thing. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to provide, only three numbers, 12, 13, and 14. So this is 39. So you can, play around with any arbitrary number of inputs values as well. Okay. And as I told you that this nums is, it is taking all the values that you have provided in an array. Okay. So here, if we do the same thing, and let me show you you know, using the index in the array, then let us try to find out the sum, what will happen. So num I, s is equal to nums I. Okay. So I is equal to, okay, you need to use this for I. You can use this while loop. So let's see, because I is working on that. So if you have to use the for, then I think you can use for I in range. It can start from uh, 0 and till len. What is the len of nums? Okay, so that you can do. The name of, this len of nums. So this is the way you can find out this sum again. So if you have to see this, that this has been stored as a, as an array, so that can also be seen here. 12, 13, and 14, 39 should be the answer. So this is the way you can do. And if you want to do it using the while loop, then also we can see this. Okay, let us see using the while loop. So let me give like I is equal to 0, and now let us do while I is, smaller than len of nums. Okay. So now what I will do, s is equal to s, okay, s plus equal to nums I. Okay, now this will again give the same result. Okay, now let me provide 12, 13, 14, and again it should give me, okay, this has been, I need to stop it. I think you might have got the mistake here. I have not done this I plus equal to 1. I need to increment it. Okay, so now if I do like 12, 13, and 14, now it will give me the sum. Okay, you need to increment, because without incrementing, what will happen that every time it will be true, it will remain I 0, which will always be less than the length of this array. Okay, so this is the way it works. And before we conclude for this input thing, let me show you one more example that how you can take the heterogeneous values. You can see that here I have typecasted it into the integer. Okay, suppose I don't want to typecast it into the integer, then what I can do, for n in input, enter your details. Okay, not details, like make it more elaborative: name, age, and salary, and then split. So it will do n for n in input. Okay, don't need to typecast it. So what it will do, it will simply do like data. We are converting into the data. So I just want to print different things. So if I want to, store the name, then I can give this like, data 0. Okay. So in the data 0, there will be this is an array basically. We have already discussed. So in the data 0, when I will provide the name, it should be the first value on the command line. So it will be stored in the data 0 at the 0th index. Then if you go to the edge, then it can be like data, 1. Then salary is equal to data, 2. So all these things can be printed here. So let me print name, you know, plus name. It's very easy. If you have to print age, you need to use plus str. Okay, so it will be age printed. Then you need to print the salary. So print salary. So it will be str salary. Okay. So now let us see. So on the same line, I will provide the name, age, and salary. So the name is Vikas, suppose. Age is 30, and salary it can be like 15,000. Okay. So you can see it's printing everything. Okay. So I hope you might have understood now that how you can retrieve it using the array indexing as well, and how the heterogeneous values can also be stored in particular variable that can act as an array. Okay. So this concept is really useful, and this thing is known as this method of taking the input is known as the comprehension. Here we are using the comprehension. We will discuss about the comprehension in detail in the coming in the coming videos, in the later part of some of the chapter in some of the chapters, some of the other chapter. So as of now, this is fine. I think this is sufficient for you for now. So with that, I would like to say thank you and have a nice day.